You know, here going through all these beat 'em ups, there's a game that I always talk about that I haven't played yet, and I think today we need to correct that. And we are going to play through the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, released in 1989 by Konami. And this is an absolute, or 1989. I don't think I said 1990. But this is an absolute masterpiece of a game. You know, you have Double Dragon coming out in 87 that just was the king of the beat 'em up genre, kicked off the whole thing. In 88 with Final Fight, and like that's a 10 out of 10 classic. You know, where they just perfected the genre that Techno started with Double Dragon when Capcom did Final Fight. And then you have Konami is like, well, we want in on this action. How do we do that? Well, let's get one of the hottest licensed properties at the time and just make the game that every kid wanted to be made. And they absolutely nailed it with this. Like, the music was just like the cartoon, and like it looked just like the cartoon. It was perfect. But on top of that, you know, everything else, what made this so great and just a landmark, you know, that kind of like the benchmark that definitely all future Konami game, beat 'em up games at least, would be based against. If not the entire genre, was the fact that this was a 4-player one. You know, yeah, there had been plenty of 2-player co-op. There'd even been plenty of 3-player games that come out. Like at the time. Whew. Yeah, I mean, Rampage came out in 86, but that was a 3-player one. That was like, oh my god, when you'd see the 3-player one out instead of the 2-player. Then you had, you know, around the same time, Iron Man Ivan Stewart's Super Off-Road. Great, but, you know, obviously wasn't like this. And then Konami's like, hey, we've got this license. There are four unique turtles. Instead of doing 2-player, let's do 4 players. And so you would see this beautiful giant arcade game playing the classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme. And, you know, it just called to us. Yeah, I like the Ninja Turtles. I wasn't like a super fan or anything, but oh my god, like I could not resist this game. I absolutely loved it. And you know, since I've been doing this channel, like I talk about, I'm like, this was the king. This was the king of all beat 'em ups when it came out. It was the highest grossing dedicated arcade game in 1990. And I'm having a much harder time in some ways here at home than I have been at the arcade. I've actually been playing this a little bit in the arcade. There's a new barcade opened up where I live, and they have a dedicated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles machine that's been like, you know, it's all original, and that's been super fun. The joystick is there, a little tighter than the one I've got, so I feel like I'm moving like a little faster. When I go up and down through the plane, but you gotta watch out for that manhole. And I mean, this was what we wanted. Yeah, out of a Turtles game. You pick your favorite turtle, and you just go, and you just start beating up the Foot Clan. You beat up Rocksteady and Bebop. You got pizza to replenish your life, which is awesome. Nice touch. Oh, shoot. Yeah, you had just pure perfection on this. This sound, graphics, it was captured the spirit of it completely, and you know that was the same sort of thing that they brought to do The Simpsons so well. Even though that, you know, obviously was taking tons of liberties from the show, but they. They were building on what they did here. Oh, it's got the caution, so it's warning you that that's gonna fall. Trap core. Oh, nice. I never noticed that before. Yeah, I've had a pretty good time going back and playing this again. I tell you, that like everybody I knew loved the turtle, and everybody had the Nintendo game, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I never did. I stayed away from that, and I'm glad I did, because I fucking hated that game. It was just so annoying, and it wasn't, you know. You know, if I were to go back and play it now, I'd probably appreciate it a little more than when I was a kid. But the thing is, I wanted this. I didn't want that. You know? I wanted the cartoon. I wanted the Ninja Turtles to just go around and beat the Foot Clan's ass. I didn't want to have to screw around with all the other stuff. Hit that second controller for the next one. So there are different versions of this depending on like the cabinet that you had. And one was like you could either these hammer guys. It was either a fixed position, so like the first one was Leonardo, and then the middle two controllers were Michelangelo and Donatello, and then the fourth one was Raphael. And when I played that, I mean, my favorite was Raphael. But when I play, I tended to either be Leonardo for the swords. Oh, these mousers are so annoying. Or Donatello for the reach. And, you know, I mean, Donatello definitely was the best. Like, oh, man. It's a frustrating thing. Like, the power-up you need is always right there. But yeah, so some like in some of the cabinets, the smaller ones would you'd be able to choose your turtle, but like on the 4-player ones, it was based off of like which position you chose was which turtle you were going to play as, and you know, the buttons are all themed to their different colors. Baxter Stockman. He's a lot easier on the NES version. For me, anyway. I have trouble hitting him in the arcade. So there we go. Shell Shock. We're gonna hop in as Donatello now. Which one? I don't know why my second joystick is coming up in the player 3 spot, but that's okay because I would much rather be playing as Donatello than Michelangelo. I don't know, like Michelangelo would definitely seem like he was the most popular one back in the day. I'm not sure if that's still a title he holds or not. Oh. I hope that the music in this doesn't give me a copyright issue. We're gonna going back to joystick one. Feels better over here. Oh my god. I'll tell you, like, this, it's interesting playing this at home versus, you know, like I said, I've been playing this at the arcade. And I'm moving faster at home. I mean, part of that is, wait, they got April again? Oh, nice. I don't know if that hurt them. I've never done that before. Come on. Oh, man. I was actually surprised I was able to get that hit in on Rocksteady. Did he just do that? I haven't gotten to this point in a long time. At the bar guy, I usually stop at Baxter Stockman. I go back to playing Defender. Man, he's out for revenge for kicking his ass in stage 1. He's getting me back. Yeah, on the actual like original arcade game I've been playing, I've been having like super easy time with the foot soldiers, but an incredibly hard time with the bosses. And so far, at least for this this play through of it at home, it seems to be the opposite. I'm also having a hell of a time getting the special attack off. Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, you know, there's all the department store lobbies had video games in them, and I grew up. Where I grew up, we had the best chain of department stores ever, Hills. Hills is where the toys are, and man, loved Hills. And they had, I mean, that was where I got the majority of my Nintendo games for the NES. They had the best selection. I mean, like, outside of Toys R Us, you couldn't do better than Hills. I just, they had a better toy selection than KB Toys. You know, it was awesome. And in the lobby, I mean, not only did they have a great snack bar. God, I hate these fucking robots. Oh shit. I was too excited to see that I had pizza coming to me. I didn't check my home. But they had, you know, on one side they had Super Off-Road. And that was a staple almost of, like, I mostly saw that in department store, you know, lobbies, now that I think about it. But they had that there forever. I loved playing it. And they also had, and the only place I'd seen it was Magic Sword, Capcom's super weird beat 'em up. I want to do a playthrough of that on here at some point. I've never played through the entire game. I played a lot. Like, it was fairly easy, like, comparatively to some of the other games they had there. So, like, you know, if you're waiting for mom, it was a good way to eat up more time on that one than with some of the others, which, you know, maybe they were more fun to play, but you're looking to maximize, like, you know, time spent occupied on things, get the most out of those quarters. Magic Stone was a good one, but then they had yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it was always packed with kids. They also had Narc. That was awesome. That was where I first played Narc, and probably, like, where I played it the most. Oh my god. Probably should have played this a little more at the arcade before making this video. But, you know, they've got so much other great stuff down there. It's like I want to play like some of the classics instead of this. But I love the fact that they have the original down there. But yeah, you see this in the lobby at Hills, and then it's like you walk past it, it's blasting the theme song. It's just this big, beautiful green 4-player cabinet, and oh man, it was something else. It's like, how could you not want to play this? You know, as a kid. Yeah, I'm like, oh, there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Is it the arcade? Nope. All right. Well, then to hell with it. I don't want it. And then they did eventually in 91, 92 come out with an arcade version for the NES. They call it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. And at that point, I'm like, I didn't care about it because, well, I had the Genesis, and so I was for the 16-bit era at that point, and come on up, boys. I'm gonna have to check my buttons. I'm having a hell of a time doing the special attack. It's like I'm jump kicking instead of. There we go. I don't know if my timing is off or what. Yeah, they did a really good job with the NES version of this, gotta say. Yeah, I love the, you know, they had the Pizza Hut product placement all over it. I'm all for it, as long as like it doesn't affect, you know, the re-release of the games. So like, you know, I think they did Turtles in Time was the arcade sequel to this, which also that did get a home release. But yeah, it was, they were smart enough to quit letting LJN fuck with the Turtles franchise, or LJN was smart enough to oh damn this. God. So I think that the trap in the NES version that we saw back in the second stage, or was that the first stage, was a Pizza Hut billboard. Oh, man. I'm having flashbacks now. The distinct memory of Hills playing with some other kid, and we got to this guy, and he was just kicking our ass. Almost got him. Jesus Christ.
Thank you, my turtles. There it is.
We gotta find it's right there. It's huge. We just saw it. And we're inside of it. What do you mean we gotta find it? There's like gonna be some oh god, I hate this stuff. Oh shit. That was stupid. Those guys I remember being a lot harder to kill, and they're still a pain in the ass. Oh man, I don't think I've ever gotten caught by these sprays before. Jesus. Just have, like, instead of that, they should just have a fucking boxing glove on a spring that just pops out and punches you in the dick and fucking steals your quarters. I mean, come on. It does. Yeah, yay, pizza time. Thanks. I needed that. Before shit, I do need it now. Have another pizza? Oh no, it was this guy. What's the turtle? I like turtles. I like to quaff the turtles. Quaff the turtles. No, come on. Come on, die already, buddy. There we go. Krang thinks he runs fucking Barter Town. I'll show him. Remember this sprite being like a lot more intimidating first time I saw him in the arcade. I love the little animation on Krang's face though. He's just having a good time. He's just a little fella. He's so happy. He loves crushing the turtles. God damn. Unforgiving. How many quarters do you think you pumped into this back in the day? Leave a comment, let me know. It's fine enough. Oh, Hey Shredder, Joe Musashi called. He said you're the gamer word. Oh damn! That's right. He turns you into like the little turtles. He unmutates you. Instant death. That's a cool blast though. Man, not that he needs it. All right. Freak the foots, man. What about the Shredder and Krang? Vaporize the milkshake? So as far as other home releases, I mean, there was the the NES port that finally came, freeing people from the torture of that fucking awful LJN game. But in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Battle Nexus that came out for PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube, you can actually find an antique in Stage 9-1, which is the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade machine, and you can play it as a hidden bonus game in there. The music's been altered, most of the voice clips have been taken out in it, but that's pretty awesome. It's in there. Xbox Live arcade version of the game was released under the name TMNT 1989 Classic Arcade back in 2007. I think that's probably gone now. There were some new features added to that. You could have both 2 or 4 player online and co-op, as well as couch co-op. There we go. And it does have, that version did have the original music and voices of the 89 arcade game. 2019 Arcade 1-Up released a pretty awesome deluxe cabinet for home use of this. You can still find those out there, highly sought after. Very cool. Only a few changes made. The theme is a new recording by a different singer. And on the marquee, Konami's name was taken off, and it was replaced by Nickelodeon's for some reason. And then, but if you don't want to get an arcade one-up and track one of those down, then there is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection that has both the arcade and the NES versions of this game. It came out in 2022. And you can get that for Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. You can get it on Steam, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series X or S. So that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, one of the best beat 'em up games ever made. Definitely Konami flexing their muscles at how a licensed game should be done and knocking it out of the park and taking the bar that Capcom set with Final Fight and raising it a little more. So I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know your memories of playing this back in the day. How many cores did you waste in that like me? Hopefully it was less than what I just, theoretically went through on this playthrough. So, but yeah, till next time, take care, and I'll see you later.